On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Afoot.
In progress, happening or being planned, on foot.
Examples:
Plans are afoot. Go to the village afoot. His secretive plan to propose is afoot.
Apocalyptic.
Describing severe damage and destruction in past or future events, or the end of the world.
Examples:
Apocalyptic event. Have apocalyptic overtones. The apocalyptic landscape of burnt-out villages and bombed-out ruins spread out before them.
Proverb.
A short saying that expresses a truth or gives advice based on practical experience.
Examples:
A hackneyed proverb. Ancient proverb. The famous proverb "actions speak louder than words" reminds us to focus on deeds instead of words.
Cognition.
The psychological process of perception and learning and reasoning, the mental action or process by which knowledge and understanding are developed in the mind.
Examples:
Social cognition. Cognition disorder. The professor focused on the research of infant cognition.
Doom.
Death, destruction, or some other terrible situation that cannot be avoided.
Examples:
Economic doom. Prophet of doom. Everyone was aware of the impending doom but was unable to prevent it.
Indefinitely.
Without any fixed or definite limit, for an unknown or unspecified period of time.
Examples:
Postpone a meeting indefinitely. Indefinitely suspended. The construction project has been delayed indefinitely due to the pandemic.
Inherit.
To receive money, property, or a title from someone after they have died.
Examples:
Inherit estate. Inherit ancestral property. After his death, his sons inherited his business.
Parochial.
Related to or characteristic of a small or narrow-minded community, often referring to a geographic location or mindset, having limited or narrow knowledge or experience of the world outside one's immediate surroundings.
Examples:
Parochial views. Parochial community. The parochial attitude of the small town made it difficult for outsiders to feel welcome.
Confuse.
To mistake one thing for another, to make somebody hard to understand.
Examples:
Confuse the listener. Confuse fantasy with reality. Her remarks confused the debate.
Drawbridge.
A bridge that can be raised or lowered to allow ships or boats to pass through a waterway or canal, a type of bridge that is hinged and can be opened or closed to allow traffic to pass over a moat or other obstacle.
Examples:
Drawbridge mechanism. Medieval drawbridge. The castle's drawbridge was constructed during the Middle Ages.
Hippie.
A person who follows a counterculture movement that originated in the United States during the 1960s, characterized by the advocacy of nonviolence, communal living, and a rejection of traditional American values.
Examples:
Hippie lifestyle. Hippie music. The fashion of the hippie movement included unconventional clothing such as tie-dye shirts and bell-bottom jeans.
Idealist.
A person who is guided by ideals or principles rather than practical considerations or reality. A person who seeks to achieve a particular vision or goal for the betterment of society or humanity.
Examples:
Idealist at heart. An idealist perspective. As a dedicated idealist, she always fought for what was right, no matter the cost.
Politic.
Wise in displaying the ability to make reasonable decisions.
Examples:
A politic decision. Heal the body, politic. She was politic in her behavior.
Globalism.
A political, economic, and social outlook that emphasizes the importance of global cooperation and interdependence, often associated with free trade, globalization of culture, and the spread of technology.
Examples:
Globalism movement. Anti-globalism. The rise of globalism has led to increased international trade and cultural exchange.
Downside.
The negative aspects or consequences of something, the potential for loss or failure.
Examples:
Major downside. Downside of globalization. The downside of the new policy was that it would be more expensive for customers.
Upstanding.
Of good moral character, honest, honorable, standing erect or in an upright position.
Examples:
Upstanding gentleman. Upstanding reputation. The upstanding citizen was always willing to help his community and never broke the law.
Palatable.
Having a pleasant or acceptable taste, pleasing or agreeable to the mind or senses, easily tolerated or accepted.
Examples:
Palatable food. Palatable solution. I'm usually a picky eater, but the seafood at this restaurant was surprisingly palatable.
Predisposition.
A tendency or inclination to a particular behavior or condition, often due to genetic or environmental factors.
Examples:
Predisposition to anxiety. Genetic predisposition. Smoking can increase a person's predisposition to lung cancer.
Authoritarian.
Characterized by strict, absolute control and obedience to authority or rules, dictatorial and lacking in personal freedoms or individual rights.
Examples:
Authoritarian practice, authoritarian government. The authoritarian leadership style left no room for dissent or alternative opinions.
Homophobia.
A strong fear, aversion, or hostility towards people who are homosexual or towards homosexuality itself. Discrimination or prejudice against lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning LGBTQ individuals based on their sexual orientation or gender identity.
Examples:
Homophobia awareness, homophobia in sports. The politician's remarks about same-sex marriage revealed his deep-seated homophobia.
Deviant.
Markedly different or departing from what is normal or expected.
Examples:
Deviant ideas, deviant art. His deviant behavior made others uncomfortable, and they avoided him at all costs.
Nationalist.
Relating to or supporting a political ideology that emphasizes a strong sense of national identity and devotion to one's own country.
Examples:
Nationalist sentiment, nationalist revolt. The nationalist rally attracted thousands of supporters.
Assimilate.
To take in and understand information or ideas, to integrate.
Examples:
Assimilate into society, assimilate a language. The immigrant struggled to assimilate into the new culture.
Intuition.
The ability to understand or know something without reasoning or evidence, a feeling that guides a person to do or believe something without fully understanding why.
Examples:
Creative intuition, intuition research. Some studies suggest that people's intuitions can be influenced by their experiences and biases.
Motto.
A phrase or slogan that expresses a guiding principle or goal.
Examples:
The motto for safe traffic. Company motto. The company's motto is innovation and service, which is reflected in its products and customer support.
Enamored.
Deeply in love, having a strong affection or admiration for.
Examples:
Enamored of the idea. Enamored of bygone days. He had been enamored with her since the first time he saw her.
Yin.
In Chinese philosophy, the feminine or passive principle characterized as darkness and the moon and associated with softness, wetness, and cold.
Examples:
Yin deficiency. Kidney yin. The concept of yin and yang is central to traditional Chinese philosophy.
Young.
In Chinese philosophy, the masculine or active principle characterized as light and the sun and associated with hardness, dryness, and heat.
Examples:
The yang principle. Embody yang energy. He saw the balance between the yin and yang as crucial for a harmonious life.
Libertarian.
A person who believes that people should be free to think and behave as they want and the government should only have a minimal level of control, and a person who advocates those beliefs.
Examples:
Libertarian group. Civil libertarian. Western liberal democracy serves as the foundation for the libertarian philosophy of the media.
Greedy.
Having or showing an intense or insatiable desire for wealth, status, power, or food.
Examples:
Greedy person. Greedy for money. His greedy behavior led him to steal from the company.
Afterward.
After the time mentioned.
Examples:
A few years afterward. Go there afterward. We will explain the countermeasure concerning this problem afterward.
Republican.
A person who supports or advocates for a particular form of government, typically one that has an elected head of state rather than a monarch, a member or supporter of the Republican Party in the United States.
Examples:
Republican ideology. Republican Party. Many Republican lawmakers are advocating for stricter immigration policies.
Bipartisan.
Involving or supported by both of the main political parties in a country.
Examples:
Promote bipartisan cooperation. Bipartisan agreement. The legislation was passed with bipartisan support from both parties.
Purify.
To remove harmful substances from something and increase the concentration of it.
Examples:
Purify hydrogen gas. Purify the blood. The equipment is frequently used to purify and distribute drinking water.
Stimulant.
A substance or drug that increases or heightens physiological or nervous system activity, typically used to improve alertness, attention, or concentration.
Examples:
Memory stimulant. Prescription stimulant. Many athletes use stimulants like caffeine to boost their energy before a competition.
Demonize.
To portray or represent someone or something as evil or wicked, often to create fear or hostility towards them.
Examples:
Demonize opponent. Demonize sugar. Some politicians try to demonize certain groups of people to gain political advantage.
Twit.
A silly or foolish person, someone regarded as annoying or irritating.
Examples:
celebrity twit, neighborhood twit. Please ignore that twit on social media. Their opinions are irrelevant.
Tweet.
A short, high sound made by a small bird, a message sent using Twitter, the social media application.
Examples:
a chick's tweet, his latest tweets. We could hear the tweet of baby birds.
Graffiti.
Writing or drawings scribbled, scratched, or sprayed illicitly on a wall or other surface in a public place.
Examples:
graffiti art, graffiti tag. The city spent a lot of money cleaning up the graffiti on the buildings downtown.
Disgust.
A strong feeling of dislike or disapproval.
Examples:
public disgust, show disgust at his actions. He was filled with disgust and fear for the threat of war.
Trump.
A playing card with a picture of a trumpeter on it, used in certain card games.
Examples:
trump card, choose Trump. The trump suit in the game of bridge is determined at the beginning of each hand.
Crooked.
Not straight or aligned, bent or curved to one side, not honest or fair, characterized by deception, fraud, or wrongdoing, irregular, uneven, or jagged in shape or form.
Examples:
crooked smile, crooked line. The table leg was crooked, causing all the cups to slide to one side.
Subhuman.
Less than human in nature, quality, or dignity, regarded as inferior to or unworthy of being fully human.
Examples:
subhuman conditions, subhuman species. The subhuman treatment of prisoners at the detention center was shocking and inhumane.
Monstrous.
Extremely large or evil, or having a frightening appearance.
Examples:
a monstrous iceberg, monstrous behavior. The giant wave was monstrous and destroyed the small boat.
Deformity.
A physical abnormality or distortion.
Examples:
deformity of character, physical deformity. The deformity in the steel beam caused the bridge to collapse.
Indelible.
Cannot be removed, erased, or forgot.
Examples:
an indelible ink, an indelible disgrace. She left an indelible mark on our country's literature.
Germ.
A very tiny living that causes the disease, a piece of something such as an organism, concept, etc., capable of growing into a new one or part of one. Antibiotic-resistant germ. A germ-free environment. The germ of his idea came from watching birds flying in flocks.
Worldview.
A particular philosophy or cognitive orientation of life or conception of the world.
Examples:
Mainstream worldview. The worldview of the ancient civilization. The war between the two countries was also a battle between competing worldviews.
Satanic.
Related to or characteristic of Satan or Satanism, pertaining to evil or diabolical practices or beliefs, wicked or devilish in nature.
Examples:
Satanic ritual. Satanic symbolism. The horror movie featured a satanic cult as the antagonist.
Revolting.
Causing strong disgust or repugnance, obscene, offensive, or morally unappealing.
Examples:
Revolting sight. Revolting behavior. The sight and smell of the rotting garbage were revolting.
Diffuse.
To reduce or eliminate the tension, anger, or hostility in a situation, especially a potentially explosive one, by calming, soothing, or pacifying those involved.
Examples:
Defuse a crisis. Defuse a bomb. The negotiator skillfully diffused the tense situation with calm words and gestures.
Dissolve.
To be or cause to be absorbed by a liquid to form a part of the solution, to close down or dismiss.
Examples:
Dissolve the sugar. Officially dissolved the marriage. The political party dissolved after much internal fighting.
Rethink.
To consider again a plan, idea, etc., especially to change it.
Examples:
Rethink a marketing plan. Rethink the role of the manager. We have to rethink our company's product lineup for further growth.
Instinct.
An inborn behavioral pattern that is often responsive to specific stimuli, an innate feeling that causes you to act or believe that something is true.
Examples:
Instinct for self-preservation. Aggressive instinct. When faced with a dangerous situation, his initial instinct was to flee.
Hallucinate.
To experience a seemingly real perception of something that does not actually exist, usually as a result of a mental illness or drug use.
Examples:
Start to hallucinate. Hallucinate with drug. Sleep-deprived people gradually lose their concentration and may hallucinate.
Troglodyte.
A person who lived in a cave or a hermit, someone who is seen as primitive, reclusive, or socially backward.
Examples:
Cave-dwelling troglodyte. Primitive troglodyte society. The troglodyte community lived in caves deep within the mountains.
Incapable.
Unable to do, control, or achieve something.
Examples:
Drunk and incapable. Incapable of being resisted. He seems incapable of understanding what she says.
Empathy.
The ability to share another person's feelings or experiences by imagining that person's situation.
Examples:
Full of empathy. Empathy for patients. Empathy is also necessary to understand history.
Needy.
Lacking the necessities of life, such as food, shelter, and clothing, requiring the help or support of others, excessively demanding or dependent.
Examples:
Needy families. Needy situation. The community came together to aid and assist those in needy areas affected by natural disasters.
Wonk.
A person who is very interested in or knowledgeable about a particular subject, especially one regarded as dry or nerdy.
Examples:
Book wonk. Tech wonk. The political wonk analyzed every detail of the debate.
Reframe.
To reinterpret, rephrase, or redefine an issue, situation, or question in a different way.
Examples:
Reframe resource allocation. Reframe problem. The therapist tried to reframe his negative thoughts.
Dale.
A valley or a broad, low area between hills or mountains, often with a stream or river running through it.
Examples:
Dale landscape. Fertile dale. The grassy dale was filled with wildflowers and grazing sheep.